Hi, everybody. I am Mary Perry, and
I am David Zen.
guess what we are?
We are Unscripted.
Oh my goodness. Even more unscripted, slightly unglued, I would say this morning after last night's rain. Oh my gosh, how much was that rain, huh? Was it crazy?
It was
You
very
know,
wild.
I was just thinking about this morning that if anybody needs like a boat or an ark or something like that, like I know a guy.
Oh, that's good. Very cute. Oh, God.
Starting out big, Jim, you know what I mean? Okay.
Gave you that one.
I don't know. Just a fan.
Well, speaking of fans, I do have to report that my mother wants you to know that she is your number one fan.
Thank you, Mrs. Zen. Thank you. Oh, what a sweetheart.
All right, so here we are in September.
Yeah.
Summer is gone.
What a September it's going to be.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this week, Sunday, we have Father Popel here.
Yep.
This will be the last of our summer supply. And we will talk about sermon titles later.
Okay.
So on Sunday, after the second service, we're having a pop-up picnic, or BYOL, bring your own lunch picnic. We'll have drinks and water and soda, I guess, there.
Yeah.
Bring your lunch and we'll set up outside.
Yeah, just a nice time to get together, hang out a little bit. Now it is weather permitting, so they should probably check the website maybe on Saturday. What do you think?
Well,
how's it looking now?
We're going to have a picnic.
Oh, then let's just put it out there. You got the tent, right?
How much more rain can there be? No.
Fair question. See, now that would be the perfect thing for a joke right there. I just don't have one. Do you?
So really, there's like a 30% chance of rain on Sunday.
Okay.
To me, it's like the perfect forecast, because every time a storm has been predicted to hit us directly, or we've had a forecast for bad weather, it's always done the opposite. So Sunday's going to be great, folks.
Excellent. And just bring a nice little lunch and just hang out for a little while. It's just no big deal.
We'll have some fun there.
We'll have some fun. It'll be frisbee, tossing, conversation. You can even exchange lunches amongst yourselves. Yeah. Like, hey, that's okay with whatever.
Maybe we'll be throwing some other things around other than frisbee.
That reminds me. I once saw in a you were talking last week about how careful you are with the church bulletin and typos and things like that, right?
Yes.
I remember seeing one in some church, not our church, but it said something like, kind of like what we're doing on Sunday was potluck supper Sunday at 5 p.m. Prayer and medication to follow. I mean, you got to really watch those typos, right?
You do.
Yeah. Thanks, Carol.
Nice. Okay. Well, your fans are really supporting you.
On fire.
Going back to our picnic real quick. People, if you bring a picnic basket, you got to be careful, because Yogi Bear may show up. So, do you know why God made only one Yogi Bear?
Why?
Because when he tried to make a second, it was a boo-boo.
Okay.
So once we survive the picnic, then we go on to Monday, and Monday is Labor Day.
Yes.
And there will be no men's Bible study this week.
Okay.
Monday. They will resume the following week.
Okay.
And then on Tuesday, because of Labor Day, the Tuesday night evening, the women's Bible study is not going to meet. They're going to start a new study on Luke the following week.
Excellent.
However, the ladies' Tuesday a.m. Bible study apparently isn't aware of Labor Day. And on this coming Tuesday, they are going to start at 9:30 their news study, which is on Zechariah.
And is that live? Or how, is the morning? I know the evening is Zoom. I can't remember. Check the.
I think it's Zoom. I would read sword points.
Yeah, it's in there. We have the announcement in there. I think it's Zoom too. Yeah.
And then on Wednesday, we have another drive-through food collection.
Wow, already.
Thursday night, this week, or next week, at 7 o'clock, they're starting music night again.
Yep.
And for those of you that may be new and don't know what music night is, it's really a fancy title for choir practice.
Yeah.
If you like to sing and you want to be part of that, this would be a good time to come. And no commitment, just check these people out and have a good time at 7 o'clock on Thursdays.
Okay.
And then going Saturday, the 11th, at 11 a.m. is when we're having the memorial service for Father Crocker.
Oh, yes.
He was
11
our
o'clock.
rector.
Yep.
He was our rector for 32 years, the longest in our history. So that service will be at 11 in the church, and then we'll have his interment immediately afterwards out in the memorial garden.
Yeah.
Then on Sunday the 12th, Sunday school is starting up again. But that's not the biggest thing that's happening that day.
What's the big thing happening that day?
Joe's back.
Joe's back.
Joe's back, yes.
Yes.
Well,
Joe's back.
I can envision a Sword Points cover right now.
Can you give us a sneak peek, or you want to unveil it?
Well, it'll be his back, I guess. We'll have to work on that one.
We'll have to work on that one. We'll have to see if we can maybe get him as in the green room on Thursday before.
And then just looking down the road a little bit, on Thursday, the 23rd,
Yep.
having another Fire and Soul with Father Joe. That's the men's group. In August, a bunch of us went over to St. George's in Middlebury. We had a great evening around their fire pit.
Wonderful.
September 23rd, we are returning the favor, and we're doing it in our meadow.
What time does that start?
At 7 until 8:30.
7 to 8:30. That's great.
So that will be a lot of fun.
Such a great time just to kind of be outdoors, be together, talk a bit, or not, right? You can listen, you can just be in community. You don't need to.
There's a lot of sharing last go around.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So good. Yeah, that's such a blessing. And all of the men are invited from the parish, right? Bring somebody too.
Yes. Bring a friend. Bring something to drink if you want.
Yep.
Somehow we'll have a fire.
Yep.
Hopefully it'll be contained in a pit.
Hopefully we have to be very specific about what we're trying to do here. No, that's so true.
So let's, since this is David Popel's last Sunday, let's take a look at the readings.
Okay.
Real quick. There's a lot going on in the readings this week. We have the Old Testament is from Proverbs.
Yep.
There's always some good little ditties there. It's not a long reading. I think there's like three thoughts that are mentioned there.
Yep.
The New Testament, the epistle, is from the letter of James, and it's kind of about showing favoritism. I don't know that David will go there, but it's really important reading. Do we, and it's kind of specifically targeted at, I think, churches, use favoritism to someone that's well-dressed or rich over people that aren't.
Right.
Sometimes I wonder if we show favoritism to any newcomers, but we need to be better about that. And then we got another one of these gospels that's really two gospels, because there's two stories. One of them is the crummy one where Jesus is up in Tyre and he meets the Syrophoenician woman. And this is going to be one of my sermon titles.
Did you say the crummy one?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I just wanted to make sure
because this is this sermon title suggestion is going to be Talking Back to Jesus.
Oh, bold.
Because this is really, she challenges him. She says, even the dogs under the table get the crumbs. And he kind of grants her healing wish for her dog. Yeah. And then the other part of the second part of the gospel is about the healing of the deaf and mute. There's a lot of ways you can go there. With he spits into the mud and puts his fingers in the guy's mouth and ears. Be open.
Yep. So good. There's a lot there.
Yeah, gives me two more possible sermon titles.
All right, go.
One would be, I think it was the Verizon commercial, can you hear me now?
Yeah. Good.
And the other one was she always, I guess in the military, the announcements are always, now hear this,
I could see that. I have no idea.
We'll see what happens.
He didn't give us any hint whatsoever, so no. Okay, that's gonna be all over the place. We'll have to. And if you hear any of these, in the pew, just give Dave the old nod in the back.
Send a text message.
Send him a text message. That's what I do. I'm like, wow, we didn't get that one, or yay. I mean, we wait till the announcements, of course. It's not during the sermon. Yeah, wow. Just going back to the you were talking about the choir practice and stuff. It's so funny. Like, it's a couple weeks ago, I was reading somebody else's bulletin from another church, and it had this, again, you got to be really careful about what's in there. And it was the notice was 8 new choir robes are currently needed due to the addition of several new members and to the deterioration of some older ones. You got to be careful. You got to be careful.
Well, that happens. Robes and choir members.
Yes, to all of us. But, you just got to be, I know you're very careful about our bulletin. It's always impeccable, but, these things can happen at other places.
So I don't know if you noticed, Mary.
I know a guy. Sorry, go ahead.
The last time you drove by my house, the neighbors across the street, they had a little pen with some animals up on the hill there.
Oh, yeah.
So originally, I thought they had paid for some lambs.
Yes.
But it turns out they were goats.
Goats?
I think they were fleeced.
I'm just going to call what does that have to do with anything?
Oh, I don't know. They had the wool pulled over there.
Oh, it just keeps going. Oh, I thought it was you were dying.
I think they made a bad deal, too.
Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. You would think this was Good Shepherd Sunday. You're using them all now. What are you going to do?
Oh, well, maybe I'll write them all down and have them laminated.
Did you say laminated? Oh my
yes.
Guys, all right, for those of you keeping track at home, like, come on, with help from my fans, I'm just gonna say, not that we are competitive at all, but just it's a big week, right? I think we're nearly giddy that Joe's coming back. Well, I think the flock and the sheep will be very, very happy to have their shepherd back. I think that's an understatement. So it's really good. I'm glad. I'm glad. It's been a wonderful summer, though. Everybody who's come and been with us and celebrated every Sunday has just been wonderful. So it's a huge blessing. Father Joe always leaves us in good hands, and this summer was no exception.
So remember, everyone, bring your lunch for a picnic after the second service on Sunday.
Yep.
Be blessed the rest of the week, and we'll see you on Sunday.
Bye, fans. Bye, guys. Bye, Mrs. Zen. I got to do a couple of eyebrows.
Eyebrows.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. That was good, huh? Many thanks. I should have credits. Many thanks to Jim Miller and Carol Gursky. Carol Gursky. Jim Miller. They're mailing them in to me. Bless you. Love you. Next week, keep it going. Oh my gosh. Well, have a good week. I'm ready. I'm just going to toss that out there. I'm ready. I've been prepared. My fans have written in. They've made themselves known.
Okay.
So I'm ready. I don't want to put you on notice or anything, but my game is on. That's a big promise.